For this lesson, you'll need green cabbage, red cabbage, a blender, cornstarch, pH strips, cups, milk, coffee filters, knives, cutting boards, water, Windex, Sprite, vinegar, lemon juice, and baking soda. In part 1 of this lesson, students will create their own pH indicators. It's important to note that if you don't want your students handling knives or a blender, you can prep this ahead of time. So you'll need a green cabbage and a red cabbage and a blender. You also need water and a knife. So the red cabbage was a little tough to cut through. So again, if you don't want your students handling sharp objects, make sure you prep this ahead of time. Once you've cut your red cabbage into smaller pieces, you'll put them in the blender with some water, and you'll repeat this step for the green cabbage as well. Once you have blended your cabbage to a liquid consistency, you will then need to separate it into different cups and strain it. In part 2 of this lesson, students will use the pH indicators that they created, which is the red cabbage, green cabbage, and pH strips, to identify acids and bases. They will also be testing the accuracy of their pH indicators. You will fill each cup or beaker halfway with a different substance, such as lemon juice, baking soda, with water, milk, vinegar, soda, or Sprite, Windex, and cornstarch. For this lesson in particular, we use Sprite, vinegar, baking soda, cornstarch, and milk. Once you have the test tubes filled with the substances, you will take an eyedropper and utilize your red and green cabbage pH indicators. And you will add a few drops of each substance to each test tube. Students should be documenting the color that each substance turns based on their green and red cabbage mixtures. They will also compare and contrast the green cabbage and the red cabbage and the reaction that each substance has when combined with the red cabbage and the green cabbage. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this and others that we know you'll enjoy. To learn more about the STEM lessons and other STEM initiatives, visit www.ncafterschool.org. You can also check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and that's at NC After School.